Right, thank you. Can I have your attention, please? Thanks very much. It's former Deputy Prime Minister, proud northerner from a working class background, basic instinct enthusiast, and still fourth sexiest woman in the UK according to a BBC poll, and I am not resigning from that position. Angela Rayner. I don't need to introduce myself to you all. You've come out for a bit of dinner with me after the speech, and I just wanted to do that. I wanted to buy you all loads of tins and a bit of dinner just to say thank you, really, for, I know not all of you were able to come into the chamber. Some of you are not allowed in, and some of you are just dead busy, but you lot are the people who have supported me the most throughout all of this. And there's things that I said in the chamber, like, me talking about my socialist values and that, and things that are very important to remind the people in the chamber and the British voting public that I am defo Labour red. I might have been on a front bench consisting of people who maybe aren't as Labour red as I am, maybe not as socialist as I am, but I defo am. And I'm determined to make sure everybody knows that that is my background and that is what I care about the most, and that is really what us Labours are all about. We're about socialism and being proud of it and having socialist values, because that word does not get bandied around enough in the Labour Party these days, and I think it's a real shame. So I wanted to bring you all here so I could say a few things that obviously I cannot say in the chamber, because I'd get into quite a bit of bother if I did. But I've made sure you've got plenty to drink and to eat. So first of all, can you all raise your tins up? Because we've got somebody very important that I need to say a big thank you to. And that, of course, is none other than Peter Mandelson. Raise it. Thank you, Peter. Yeah, no, he deserves a round of applause. Thank you, Peter Mandelson, because if it wasn't for our Peter getting himself mixed up with the most prolific nonce in history, Jeffrey Epstein, if he wasn't getting himself besties with him and showing himself up and showing us Labours up, the press would have still been on my back. So thank you so much, Peter. That is one non-scandal I can defo get behind, so thank you very much. Couldn't be here tonight. He said he was out with the lads, which does not surprise me at all. He never learns, does he? Bless him, he don't learn. But that's fine. I've put a tin on ice for you, Peter, for when you have time. But thank you so much. I couldn't say that in the chamber. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Beth Rigby. Where's our Beth? Oh, thank you raise your tins to our Beth. Beth Rigby has been one of me besties for so long now. Me and Beth go way back, and she has I could always rely on Beth to do the softest of softball interviews with me, because she loves me to bits and I love her too, and it's always been an absolute pleasure just to see, even when I've had a tough time, to sit down with our Beth and just feel that sense of total relief that she's not going to ask any tough questions of me at all. So raise your tins to our Beth. Thank you so much, our Beth. No, thank you. You are absolutely... But I can't wait to join you on Erectile Dysfunction. It is such a great podcast, and I think I will make a pretty good presenter. You did say you wanted somebody gritty on there, just to level it off a bit, and I'm more than happy to do it. I don't think you've got anyone from a working class background on there, Beth, so you definitely need somebody. I don't get mentioned enough that I'm from a working class background, a proud social, all of that. It don't get mentioned enough, so we will rectify that on Erectile. So thank you very much, and it is just an absolute pleasure to be around people who supported me and who understand that I made a little bit of an error. It was totally defo a mistake. Didn't realise I was doing it when I was doing it, and you know who I took the advice off of. I don't think we need to name names. We don't need to name names, but all I will say is this: you know, maybe it's a good idea not to brag on your LinkedIn that you've had 11 years in the banking sector and you know stuff about paying taxes and all of that. So because sometimes, you know, people are going to come to you for advice, right, and ask for certain questions about, and you really ought to know your stuff. That's all I'm saying. I'm no grass. I'm not going to grass anyone. I'm just saying that, you know, maybe just be a bit more careful. Also, you know, come November the 26th, maybe you'll be looking for another position of... I'm not grassing anyone. I'm just saying, you know, there you go. That's all I'm saying. I just also want to say something to the far-right adjacent media. Obviously, none of them lot are here tonight, but maybe you could pass this message on if you've got mates that work for the idiots at Talk TV or TB News, all the idiots on X who think they know about politics and women and that. You're an idiot. You're all idiots. You're misogynists and you're bigots and you don't realise it, but that is exactly what you're probably all racists as well. It's pretty obvious that that is what you are, and nothing you have said this entire time that I have been in the position I was in, which I worked hard to get to, nothing you have said has put me off. You've just fueled me. You've just given me the energy to continue on, and you've made me absolutely determined to come back. So I have sent all of my bell sleeve dresses down to the dry cleaners to get ready for my comeback. Just gonna have to wait maybe a little while, maybe 6 months or some whatever, until, you know, there's been a little bit of a shift on the front bench. But I am defo coming back, because everyone, our Wes wants me back, our Steve wants me back, loads of people want me back because they know the difference I make to us Labourers. So do you know what? It doesn't matter what you lot say, and it doesn't matter what you lot do. Us Labourers are going to continue to go from strength to strength. I will see you all again when I am back on the front bench of us Labourers. Anyway, raise your tins up, everybody. Cheers.